Hello everyone, this is Alex from Swoosh English, and today I'm going to be giving you another OET Speaking 2.0 tip. And as many of you know from my previous videos, I talk a lot about the speaking mock exams that we do every week here at Swoosh English. We've got role plays that we do for our doctors and our nurses as part of our VIP program. If you want to learn more about that, go to swooshenglish.com. But anyway, in these role plays, when students first come onto our program and they're not really sure about how to approach the speaking role plays, the first one I do with them, and it's either myself or one of my other OET teachers from the UK here, and what we find is they know in advance that they should be showing empathy, they should be reassuring the patient, especially if it says reassure the patient or the parent or the carer in the bullet points that they get as part of the task. So it says it there, but sometimes it doesn't say it, and you still need to show empathy and reassurance. But what I'm finding repeatedly is with these students who come onto the program for the first time is they say, I understand, I understand, I understand, in a really flat voice. And they say it not once, not twice, but repeatedly, because they think those two magic words, I understand, will get them the marks, will satisfy the reassure part of the bullet point. And I'm here to tell you that that is not empathy and reassurance. It has to come from your heart, okay? And the examiner, when they get your audio recordings, they'll be able to hear in your tone of voice whether you actually care or not. So I'll give you situation A. You could have a patient who has just, their child has just been diagnosed with asthma, and they say, I'm really worried that my child is going to have this condition for life. Is that the case? And then you say, I understand, but it won't be for life. Okay, don't worry. This is said in a really flat tone of voice. It doesn't really show that you care. And you've just said, I understand. Now, how could you, that's situation A. Situation B, you've had the same scenario and you said, I can totally understand, or I can totally appreciate how you must be feeling right now. If it was my child, I would feel as worried and as upset as you are right now. I can only imagine what you must be going through. Okay, you can see, not just see, but you can hear in my tone of voice that I actually care. When I say, I totally understand how you must be feeling right now. I can absolutely appreciate the concern and the worry that you and your wife must be facing right now. And I can only imagine the worry that you must be going through. You can hear it in my tone of voice that I actually care. Because if you're just saying, I understand, in a really monotone, robotic voice, it's not really showing empathy, okay? You're not ticking the boxes off for the examiner when they're looking to give out A's and B's to students. And remember that you need to get a B in your speaking if you want to pass, okay? So really make sure it comes from your heart. Show it in your tone of voice. When, the way you're enunciating words is really, really important. Don't just say, I understand, I understand, I understand. Vary your language. You could say, I appreciate, or I absolutely appreciate how you must be feeling right now. The same thing happened with my child recently, and I can only imagine the worry that you must be facing right now. So you try to vary your language. I can absolutely see things from your perspective, what you and your husband might be experiencing now, etc., etc. So vary the language, show that you care in your tone of voice, and don't just say, I understand, I understand, I understand, because some students, they say it repeatedly, I understand, 4 or 5 times sometimes, and I have to point this out to them at the end, that it's an English exam, but also your communication skills, your relationship building, your empathy, reassurance are all part of the criteria for OET 2.0 speaking. So make sure you don't do this. Make sure you vary your language and show your heart. Hopefully this video was helpful to you today. If you've got any questions about it, you're not sure about how to show empathy, how to show reassurance, please put your questions in the chat box below. And if you want to download our OET 2.0 speaking course, make sure you go to swooshenglish.com. We've got that there ready and waiting for you. So I look forward to helping you pass your examination.